NBA AllStar Weekend is upon us. Festivities kick off today in New Orleans ahead of Sunday's main event. The game was originally scheduled to be played in Charlotte, but the game was moved due to North Carolina's controversial bathroom bill. CBS Sports national columnist Bill Reiter is in New Orleans and is good enough to join me now. Bill, I want to get straight into it because we got Kevin Durant and Thunder star Russell Westbrook. They've been acting like rivals lately. Now they have to be teammates for the AllStar Game. Do you think the two will throw each other the ball? Will there be some drama? What are we going to see here?
Oh, Jamie, I think there's going to be plenty of drama and awkwardness and tension. It started earlier today at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel here in New Orleans, where the players had availability with the media. Westbrook was on one side of the room, staring down Kevin Durant on the other, with a lot of media and a lot of media questions between them. And every time, and trust me, Jamie, it was several times that we asked Russell Westbrook about Kevin Durant, he answered with Fashion Week questions, dodging quite artfully what is the elephant in the room. So it's very entertaining. But when you ask Russell Westbrook about KD and he tells you to get a nicer suit, apparently I need a nicer suit, you know things are going to get really interesting.
Okay, let's see. Pull Mr. Reiter back up on camera. I want to see his suit. Let's see. Yeah, I think you look fine.
I'm a sports writer. I think this is very appropriate.
Well, as a sports writer, do you have any predictions about the game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. A lot of years, and I love the NBA and I love the All-Star Game. I've been coming for years. But a lot of years, the All-Star Game isn't actually that great of a product for the league and for fans because guys don't take it that seriously. But there's a lot of ego that's going to be in that room, in that arena, not just Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Carmelo Anthony was a last-minute addition because of injury. He's frustrated by that. LeBron James feels like he doesn't get the attention he deserves because of all the love toward the Warriors. Steph Curry, in a very good way, has been the secondary star in this team. I think it's going to be a really incredible game, and I think we'll see a level of play in an All-Star game we haven't seen in a long time.
Well, good. That'll be fun. I want to switch gears now. Charles Oakley recently kicked out of Madison Square Garden. It was big news here in New York after an incident involving Knicks owner James Dolan. Now the NBA is trying to mend the relationship. Can you talk about the latest here?
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate situation. And what it speaks to, Jamie, is the continued dysfunction that is the New York Knicks. For lack of a better term, that culture remains a dumpster fire. And so Michael Jordan, a very good friend of Oak's, stepped in, obviously the owner in Charlotte, and they're trying to remedy this because what you can't have, and it's utterly unacceptable, is an owner and an organization seen to be bullying an all-time great, putting him in handcuffs, disparaging, as James Dolan did on the radio in the coming days, Charles Oakley's character, suggesting he might be an alcoholic. This is the kind of controversy that can quickly tarnish not just the Knicks, but the NBA brand itself.
Yeah.
And so cooler heads, led by Michael Jordan, trying to prevail and pull this thing back from the brink. But I can tell you, Jamie, just being here in New Orleans, seeing a bunch of players and former players, talking to a few current Hall of Famers, former players, people are still very angry with the Knicks, and they would certainly be angry with the league if the league wasn't taking the steps that it is.
I now want to get to a story out of the NFL. This one, everybody talking about. New York Jets cornerback Darrelle Revis in trouble with the law after an alleged street brawl in Pittsburgh. There's been a lot of conflicting reports about this. Can you set the record straight about what happened?
Yeah, we're not going to know really who's guilty or not guilty into this situation until it's adjudicated in a court of law. But what we know for now, according to the police report and the complaint, is that Revis had some kind of an altercation verbally with three fans. The initial report was two, but it sounds like three fans. They pulled out their phone. He may or may not have shoved someone. One of Revis's friends allegedly came to his aid. And at the end of the day, two of those folks who were following Revis around, holding up their cell phone, recording the incident, were knocked out for a good 5 minutes or more. And so there are certainly serious charges that Darrelle Revis faces in terms of what is really, in effect, Jamie, allegations of a street brawl. And this obviously would be unacceptable on any level from any star player, regardless of how talented they are. Revis is at the end, really, of his use in the league. It probably forebodes not just issues with him in the court system and what could be real consequences, but probably the end of his Jets career. Even without this incident, cutting him sort of made sense. It makes a lot of sense now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Bill Reiter, thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.